Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, before I get started, I want to be giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakwadash. We just give all praise to the Heavenly Father in the name of His Son, who are ignorantly called God in Jesus Christ. I also want to give double honors to elders, apostles, great millstone, who rule well, teaching His truth, as well as say shalom to the hopeful elect, or the Akim, pushing His word in truth and in sincerity. Our Lord will be edifying lesson. The topic is going to be on basically the fact that we're witnessing the fall of a kingdom, because this is a kingdom. This is a great empire, we're living in, what's referred to as America, which in the scriptures is referred to as Babylon the Great, man. And, this place is a wicked city, man. This is under a wicked rulership, man. It tells you in Job 9:24, the earth is given to the hands of the wicked, and that can't be more evident than in the current times now, man, because it's very obvious that wickedness has been allowed to go forth, man. All right, and Lily is actually, uplifted here in this society, man. Being righteous and being uprightly scoffed, mocked, and condemned in this society, man. There's no reward for doing the right thing, okay? You literally have to, I started telling you, the only way to thrive in a wicked kingdom is to be wicked, So you get onto these high levels and you start becoming a somebody of notoriety in this society is because you're doing wicked things, man. All right. Well, whether it's directly or indirectly, rather you're literally trying to, be a puppet for Esau, or just happens naturally, man. Because a lot of times Jake is just so carnal minded that he doesn't really understand the magnitude of the things that he's doing. So again, this isn't a place where righteousness is allowed to righteousness doesn't dwell here, man. Only place righteousness dwells on earth is amongst the hopeful elect. The 144,000 men who are slated for salvation, man. And Lord willing, part of that number. We strive for it every day, but those are only men who actually have any type of standard, right? Any type of who's actually rooted in these scriptures, man, who actually care about the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High, man. But see, that's why this kingdom has to go, and the new kingdom needs to be ushered in and be established, because in the kingdom to come, all right, we're talking about grab this precept in this Daniel 7, because the kingdom to come is where the laws can go forth from Zion, man. The 144,000 elect spoken about in Revelation the 7th chapter is going to the governing body of the kingdom of heaven, all right. Those 12,000 men from those 10,000 men from each of the 12 tribes, those are going to be the governing body, man. All right, right underneath Yahweh Shai Mashiach, okay? So that's who this that's who salvation for. That's the whole point of this ministry, all right? The Lord is raising up our men in order to prepare us for the kingdom, man. We're getting a very clear view. We're getting front row seats to see what happens when you allow wickedness to pollute the earth, man. We're seeing it firsthand, and this is all us constantly being vexed. Our scriptures talk about being vexed by the conversation of wicked, man. Scriptures talk about he who increases in sorrow, in knowledge increases in sorrow, and we're subject to that right now, man. We're seeing firsthand why the law, statutes, commandments are so important, man. We're seeing firsthand why you don't want to go off in the Most High's way, because we get the current state that we're in right now. Hell, the whole reason we're in this low state, ultimately, to go broader is so Lord could teach us about sin, but to keep it a little bit, but for birds on the entry level, we're being punished, man. We're being afflicted. We're being we're being chastened, and ultimately it's due to our disobedience to the Most High. We broke the laws. We broke the first covenant, so now this is our punishment for it, man. All right, but very soon, man, it's gonna be over, right? We're gonna actually get the victory over the other primary enemy, first and foremost Esau, even so-called white man, then the rest of the other 16 heathen nations. Okay, so. And that's what's going to be in the kingdom of heaven, man, when we actually are, when the 12 tribes are ruling on thrones, as scriptures tell you. But let me go this in Daniel, or this Daniel chapter 7, verse 14. This is going to the fact that, here in Daniel 7 chapter, it breaks down 4 beasts, 4 kingdoms, and they liken them unto beasts, and they're likening them to beasts, okay? So, you got the Assyrian Babylonian Empire, or the Medo-Persian Empire. You got the Greek Empire and the Roman Empire, man. And then the little horn that would come from that Roman Empire, which would be this Babylon the Great that we're currently in right now, okay? And But the next kingdom, that's the final kingdom, okay? After that is going to be the everlasting kingdom, which is Yahweh Shai's kingdom, okay? And that's what I get. This Daniel chapter 7, verse 14, it says, and there was given him dominion and glory and a kingdom that all people, nations, and languages should serve him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion which shall not pass away, and his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed. Right, man? Because that kingdom never going to be destroyed, man. The kingdom of heaven is going to be everlasting, man. That's the blessing. See, the Lord has so much mercy on us, man. At times we may get caught up in our current state, in us being in hell right now, because that's what we're in. Because hell is just a condition of living, right? So, state of being. So this is what we're in right now. So it's gonna vex you, okay? But ultimately, we understand that this is a small price to pay for the everlasting glory and honor that we're going to receive in the kingdom of heaven, man. First and foremost, Yahweh Shai is going to get his glory and honor, all right, for him being that mediator, bringing us back to our power, to the Most High, all right, and being an acceptable sacrifice, okay? So ultimately, that's he gets his glory first and foremost, but right after that, it's the elect, man. We're gonna get our glory, right? And then the rest of the nation, right? Because they're gonna come back too. 2/3 of people are gonna be cut off and slated for destruction in this current time, but in the kingdom, they're gonna come back to the ones that were like, man, with the law, statutes, commandments written in the inward parts, and they're gonna be perfect, all right? Tells you Isaiah 60th chapter, all people should be righteous. So it's gonna be the whole nation of Israel is gonna be rejoicing, man. But it's gonna, it's a it's a hierarchy, a pecking order, so to speak, okay? Because it goes Yahweh Shai, all right, then the elect right underneath that, okay? And then it's order within that, King David, above, next up, and then so on and so forth, all the way down. But that's going to be operating as a governing body, just like right now you have in this current kingdom. Okay, you have Esau. You got his government set up. He got his legislation, his legislative branch, judicial branch, executive branch, so on. He has his whole thing in order. Well, in the kingdom of heaven, we're gonna have our whole own order, man. Our rest to be righteous, though. Our laws, statutes, commands will be according to the Most High, not according to not according to our flesh or being that enmity to the Most High. That's ultimately what all these laws are in the current society, man. It's just completely at enmity with the Most High's ways, okay? So that's why, and all these things I'm making mention of it are reasons as to why this kingdom has to fall, man. It's gonna fall because the way we're living isn't sustainable within itself, okay? The way that Esau is ruling this kingdom, it can't last, It's only a matter of time before this place gets destroyed, man. That's why the Lord has to speed the time up, all right? Let me grab that because it's going to go. This is Matthew chapter 24 and verse. I believe it's in 24, Matthew chapter 24. Oh yeah, right here. This is Matthew chapter 24 and verse 22, and it says, except those days should be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days should be shortened. Right, man. That's why every day is moving faster and faster, man. The end of this place is slowly arising, slowly approaching. All right, we're coming to the end, and it's really it's really very clear. It's very plain that that this place doesn't have much longer. Constantly you look all through the news and you take what's going on in the news, the events, and you filter them through the scriptures, man. All the prophecies that are written. All right, like this inflation is going to lead to a food shortage, which in the scriptures, right? That famine. All right, you look at the pestilences broken out over recent times. And the wars, the rumors of wars. All these things are written in the scriptures, man. And ultimately, it's all going to lead to the collapse of this kingdom, all right? That's what we're watching, man. Again, go back to the main key point, man. We're watching the fall of a kingdom, man. And I always mention the fact that, people think that it's so far-fetched to see this because they don't look to the history. They don't look to the past, man, all right? When Ecclesiastes 1:9 tells you there's nothing new under the sun, it's very clear that, you look to, I mentioned those four beasts earlier in Daniel 7. All those kingdoms, when they were at their pinnacle, none of the people dwelling there. No one thought that those kingdoms were gonna fall. No one thought that it was possible for that society to collapse. No one believed it to happen, man. All right, and a lot of times people don't understand the power they're dealing with, right? They don't understand that the Lord literally drowned the entire earth, man. Floods like it flooded the entire earth, man. So literally, he killed men, women, children, pregnant women, like he literally animals. He literally just wiped everyone out, man. So this is the power we're dealing with, right? So people don't understand that, like, that again, the image people have of the Most High is so like watered down due to Christianity and all these other ideologies and philosophies are pushed to leave our people in confusion, man. But ultimately, man, we're dealing with a power that literally flooded the entire earth, man. So it's like like the fact that people think that this is far-fetched is what's crazy, man. All right, the fact that people think that the prophets are going to come on the scene and that they're going to be accepted and welcomed and everybody's going to be happy and excited about what we have to say, man. What we're saying to the other nations, it's nothing to be celebratory about at all, man. We're telling the other nations they're going to slavery, hardcore captivity for 1,000-year period, man, and that the nation of Edom is going to be done away with after that. So, this isn't anything for them to look forward to, So it's the fact that people think that the people who are speaking the truth isn't going to be accepted. It's not going to be people aren't going to be following them. All right, it's only but again, the Lord's not coming back for everyone anyway, man. The Lord's going to come back for an elect number of people, and the rest of everybody else is going to fall and get put to death right alongside with this kingdom, man. All right, so Lord, when the point was made, all right, ultimately, this place doesn't have much longer, man. Lord willing, we're out of here as soon as possible, man. We hasten in that day, man. And out of Nawah right to Zod, that day is very soon. So, with that, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, with Kakwadash. Double honors to the elders, apostles, great millstone, and shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom.